G'day legends, today we are going to be talking about swim fins for water photography. Vital piece of equipment for any water photographer, especially in the surf. And I've just put up an Instagram post about a week or two ago about these repeller fins, these DMC repeller fins. And I got quite a good response. So I sort of wanted to play that video for you. It's only a 1 minute video. And then after that video, we'll come back and we'll look at some of the comments we got, because that really builds out some knowledge and some information moving forward for you selecting your own fins for water photography. So let's play the video now, up here. These things have reignited my love for water photography. They are that good. For years, I was using a brand of fins that had a much stiffer flex in them. They worked great for a long time, but over the last 2 years, they started to consistently give me sore knees. After a big session of swimming, I would then need to rest for a couple of days, not being able to surf or shoot water photos. I didn't put it down to the fins. I just thought my knees were cooked. But I finally swapped out my Flipper brand 4 months ago, and I have had no issues with my knees so far, 0 cramps, and I've done some heavy sessions going against some gnarly point break sweeps, which will definitely test your legs out. So from my experience, after 4 or 5 months, I can 100% confirm that changing your fins could make a huge difference. I've even had a couple of my water photography members swap to these and have had similar results. So the moral of the story is change things up if they're not optimal. I may even test some other fins down the track, but right now I'm just that happy with these DMC fins. They've solved my problems and I'm pumped. All right, so we've got quite a few responses after this one went up. We've got Sunny Coast Photo. Dave, he's been using them for 6 or 7 years. Loves them. Linda Ness, who does a lot of water photography, both chasing wildlife in the ocean in South Africa, of all places, and for the surf, and she's thinking they're great. Michael, he used stiffer fins and has ruptured his ligament in his ankle, which sounds pretty horrific. He's out for 7 months, and his thoughts are that it was because of the stiff fin. So when he comes back into it, he's going to try the more flexible fins, and I reckon that might be a good idea, Michael. Blake Dickinson loves them. How bloody good are they? Everyone's pumped on them. Sam Kelly, one of the members of my water photographer course, he made the switch after my last post about them a few months back, and what a game changer they've been. So there's been some good success. The Bearded Dragon, he said soft and easy on the skin as well. So that's true. They just don't seem to rub or give you any sort of chafing. So that's a big bonus to them as well. But there's many, many more posts like that of saying how effective they've been once they've changed over. Foam Balls was the voice of opposition, as he puts it. And he said, although they feel like a velvet glove in the comfortability department, he said that they're horribly lacking in their get up and go. And I totally agree with this. The first time I put on these guys, that those first 2 kicks are not as effective as the DAR fins and the stiffer fins, because like those ones, you just 2 kicks and you're like off and going. These ones, the first 2 kicks aren't as effective, but once you get up to the planing speed, you know, your 3rd or 4th kick, and then you're catching up again. So I think just that instant get up and go, the stiffer fins have got it over these guys, no doubt about it. But I just couldn't that's not a big enough sacrifice for me to hurt my knees every time, because like literally I'd come in and I wouldn't be able to do water photography or surf for the next couple of days. So while I miss that get up and go sometimes, once you do sort of get used to it, I don't miss it anymore. And I'm getting through the water like fine. That's no worries at all. Now this guy, he was saying in bigger, heavier surf, and that could be definitely a factor. Like that 2 kicks to get you going might just get you out of trouble. So I can definitely see your point there. So it might be, if you don't have any troubles at all, it might be a compromise between using stiffer fins when you think that you might need them to get out of trouble, and then the more flexible fins for when you're just doing the work and on point breaks or waves that are not so much consequence involved with them. But having said that, the flex pattern in these, so much flex. So when you're pushing against, or something pushes against you, inevitably is going to happen in the ocean. So a wall of water will come this way when your leg's trying to go back that way. and something's got to give. And if your fin is flexing, well, then nothing in your ankle or your knee needs to give. If the fin doesn't flex, well, then something in your ankle and your knee will have to give if there's enough force moving against where your knee or leg was shifting to. So that's when major injuries can happen. That's what happened to Michael. He had 7 months out of the water because he was using stiff fins, and then it pushed against and his ankle gave way. I was just listening to a podcast the other day. Kelly Slater was talking about a wipeout that Shea Lopez had when he came off a floater of an 8-foot wave, and his leg was straight, and because it was straight, there was nothing to give, so it sort of blew his knee out or whatever it was. So, yeah, just having that, like, I'd rather this thing give than anything in my body, so, or anything on my legs. So that's the reason why I'm going to keep using these, probably even in heavy water situations, for that reason alone. The other thing is I was advised to use these flip savers. They haven't been ripped off my feet yet, but so I haven't really needed these. But a lot of people said that they tend to happen, get ripped off your feet sometimes, so you don't want to be left out there with only one fin on or no fins on. So I recommend just getting these little fin savers. They've got a really good tread underneath, so when you're getting off rocks, plenty of grip there. They've got a little chute there that lets out the sand, so when you're coming off the beach, you're inevitably going to get sand when you put them on, so that just washes through out there. So it's pretty good design. These are called the Repeller model. I think this model is the best for water photographers. So far, after, I think it's been about 5 months of wearing them, I'm super stoked. You've got to change them out. I mean, another person said that in the comments that they're horrifically uncomfortable for that guy. And like, from the comments, I've done a couple of posts on these through my Instagram, and like 95% of the comments are like very positive, but there is a few people out there that just don't like them. And that's the thing, all of our feet are so different. Some people got wide feet, long feet, or narrow feet, or some people are stronger in the ankles or weaker in the ankles or stronger than the knees. So all these factors come into it, whether it's going to be comfortable for you or not. So, you know, all I can say is, from my perspective, they're way more comfortable, but you would have to try out these fins and see if they're comfortable for you. And if you've bought $100 pair of fins and they're not working and they're uncomfortable, definitely swap them out. It's not worth boxing on for $100 to have a fin that just doesn't suit your foot. So if these guys don't suit, well then, you know, change them out to something else. And I think that guy went over to limited edition, which is like quite a different looking fin setup, and I think they are quite stiff as well, but they just, yeah, just different. So they obviously suit him better. So it's all about getting what you need. The guys at DMC, since doing a couple of posts, have got me on the team, so they can now offer all of my members and followers a 10% discount. So these guys retail for $99 Australian, so probably way less in US dollars if you're watching this overseas. But you will get 10%, so you'll get them down to $89. And if you use my code, by using my code word Tom Woods, so all uppercase Tom Woods, no spaces, and if you want to get free shipping on top, you can use another code word which is called Max Speed. So I'll put all the details down below. Love to know your thoughts on this. Just comment below. Tell me about your experience with either these guys or with other fins that are better, because I'm not adverse to trying some other fins down the track. I've found out that I was on the DAR fins for far too long for me. There's lots of things I did love about the DAR fins, but for now, for this time in my life, these are much better. And, you know, who knows, there might be a fin out there that's even better than this one. So keep trying, keep experimenting. And yeah, if any of this resonates with you, go over and check out the website at DMC Fins. And as always, shoot me through any questions. See you in the next video.